Hey, mate, what's up?
The ceiling, what's up?
A good one. Yeah. Well, a Monday and we're here. Summer's approaching.
Summer's approaching. It's lovely weather in lovely weather.
Yeah, that happens, sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you can't speak. Like, you try to go and your tongue is like, no, dude, I'm not gonna let you speak. Like you're gonna.
Yeah, that's what Sam says all the time. No, but go on.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, the weather in my place is also nice. Like, there's a cool breeze blowing, and I'm just sitting by the window and talking with you, recording this podcast, and the outside view. It's amazing. Great life, man. Great life.
Well, it is for me this morning. Before we go on to anything else, I was just literally just on my hunting game on my PlayStation, right? All I did was like a grumble. I thought, what's going on here? I thought, oh no. I looked outside and there were bloody fighter jets going over. It's like, come on, man. Give me a break. Please. No,
Yeah, I know.
no, but I know why they're doing it. They're just training for what, like, Ukraine. Poor, poor, poor
Oh, they,
people.
they're training. They're training for that.
Well, basically, they go basically where I live in England. Basically, they go around every Monday to Friday just training. Do you know what I mean? Training the pilots and stuff like that. But
That's
it's
interesting.
been happening a lot more lately because of what's been happening in Ukraine. So, yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you wanna like shine your skills if
Yep.
it's needed. So yeah.
Yeah. Just training like you would at football, like football training.
Yeah, before a
Yeah.
World Cup. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Well, what was it? Yeah, you said something was stuck on your mind, like a song or something, right?
No, nothing. Don't no, 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 no. I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, I mean, oh, for God's sake, man. Oh, this is honestly, I opened a new bank account on Friday, and they said, "Oh, we'll message you when nobody's busy." I'm literally busy now. They've sent me an email saying we've opened your account. I was like, why? Today of all days.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, but yeah, sorry. Apart from that, but yeah, I mean, I know what you're going to ask next. We're going to ask how was my week. My week was great last week.
That's cool.
Yep.
And what was it good? Because
No, don't even go there, man. Jesus Christ. Thursday. Well, I mean, how is? I'm not going to say oh yet, but how is that physically possible? I'm surprised he don't
oh
die. Bing,
yeah,
bing,
man.
dead. How can he walk? Well, with 3 legs, he'll be able to walk, won't he? Jesus. Oh my God. He must win every race then with 3 legs. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I get you. Yeah, that's the third leg.
Oh my God. Oh, sorry,
Even,
Anib, I want to.
even
I want to let you know. I have not
yeah,
took happy pills today. Don't worry.
yeah. Hey, Brandon, what's up, mate?
Not much. How's it going?
Yeah, it's good. How's it going for you?
It's going great. I finally got my PC back today, and been finally getting through all my updates that I've missed out on. But it's,
That's really cool. It's really good to have you back after a long time. The good old days.
Yep.
yeah, it's been a while. Just been really busy with work. Not very pleasant. And then just got some college deadlines finishing now, so I should have some more time free up if I'm lucky.
Yep, I understand with the college. It gets busier from time to time. How was your week and how was your college? How's everything going? All good?
Not too bad. College has been good. Just got through a bit of a hellish weekend. Work just being work, and then I was happy to get my PC today. Tomorrow's going to be a busy one, sadly, but hopefully shouldn't be busy for much longer. I should be taking some time off soon, which will be good, so I can
Yeah,
focus on my extracurricular activities. We'll say that.
Are those extracurricular activities for college or like for yourself?
For myself.
For myself, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good luck with that. And have you been reading Dreamzone recently? Like any latest book?
I have not. I haven't been able to. I've been just been so busy. I haven't felt like it's not that I haven't had much time. Like I usually like to maybe go on it during the night when I'm got my time to myself. But I haven't really been interested. Not say I've been interested. I've not really been motivated to read much, to be honest. I've only been reading Surrender, to be honest. That's about
Yeah. Well, there
Yeah,
are some funny books. So remember,
funny.
Mac and I talked you through Honeywood last summer, I believe, or last fall. So there's another book like not completely like that, but kind of that. And it's super funny and hilarious, to be honest.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mark. You go.
yeah. I was going to say what I was talking about, but I don't because I'd probably die of laughter. Oh my god, this honestly, this new book is just. uh,
Is it the adult
Oh
education one or
no,
Thirsty Girls?
sorry, I didn't. We didn't elaborate on that. Sorry. It is uh incognito
Inc-
mode.
Yeah, yeah.
Incognito mode. That I've not heard of that one. I've not been on the app in a
But
while. I've not seen that one.
yeah, it's not at the bottom. It's at the top below Hostel Story.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that was
Sounds like a
interesting update.
sounds like a snazzy. Oh, what's it called? Not a sequel, but like a sequel. Something similar to it. Oh yeah,
No
there it is.
way, Nia, mate. Jesus in Christ, honestly.
It looks. Oh god, it looks like Honeywood too.
It's worse.
Worse.
Not worse in a bad way, but like it's more vulgar. No, no,
No,
no.
Vulgar. It's
Basically,
Dreamzone. Vulgar should be the title of it.
after we chase round for a guy, and that's all I'm saying.
Oh boy.
Right, I'll give you a clue. Your forearm.
Yeah, like there's a guy who beats our main character from Hostel Story.
Oh boy.
Yes. By twice the size.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, this
I'll
is
just
going to
get
be
a little bit
interesting.
of like explanation there.
And no, I'm not going to say the rest of it because it'll spoil it.
Yeah, I'll definitely
Yeah.
have to check that one out. A friend of mine also recommended me Adult Education as well. Apparently, it was left on a bit of a annoying cliffhanger.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that book, to be honest. Did you
Yep.
finish that?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna do a huge catch up at some point.
Yeah, that should be easier because Dream Zone books are like comparatively it's really short. Like not really really short, but still like you can like binge read in one night or something.
Yeah, Adult
Yeah.
Education. Isn't that only 8 chapters from what I've heard?
Yeah, only
Yes.
eight. Actually, all the books, like all the recently released books after Hostel Story Book 3, they're all of 8 chapters. So I don't know if Dream Zone they're following a new trend or something, but so far 2 or 3 books, I think 2 books, Adult Education, Thirsty Girls, they have been of 8 chapters. Now we'll have to see with Guilty Pleasure if it's
Hmm.
8 chapters or not.
I think what they're doing is maybe it's
I've
like
got no
maybe
idea.
they're just starting a trend of short stories. Maybe whilst they're doing sequels for bigger stories. Like we still
Yeah.
need a Devil's Deal 3.
Of
That will be
course.
Yeah,
coming.
that's
We just never have a
yes.
date.
Yeah.
Fire. There is a sequel of high not high Half Human Book 3. There are a
Don't.
couple of not just couple of more than couple of sequels, like big
Mhm.
sequels.
No, one thing we'll definitely have to do is now that I got my PC back as well. We'll have to do a live viewing of Devil's Deal Book 3 because that book needs to come out. That's like our new
Exactly.
main book. That's been our main book for ages. I missed that story.
Yeah. It,
Definitely.
yeah.
I mean, Devil's Deal. I mean, I don't know if you have read. Mac and I were talking about this last week, if not the week before last week, about Guilty Pleasure. That how it's written specifically toward the later chapters, like chapter 4, chapter 5. The string of incidents and how they take place. Those reminded us of Devil's Deal, and we're talking about how excited we were. We're taking notes and talking about it last summer or fall, like how exciting things were and how the details mattered, like how well written that was. And Guilty Pleasure is like something happens without spoiling much, but it
Yeah.
has like connections. Like like some things are happening that are trying to suggest you something. You see, you have dreams and stuff. So it's like I understand like Devil's Deal. It's like an iconic book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it really does sound amazing. And then just with everything that's going on, it's like just give us the book already. Just
Yeah.
give us the book.
But I hope they
Exactly.
do as well. I'm for one for wanting new books and all this. Was God last time I talked to Brandon like 5 years ago, but like I think I don't want them to rush it though, like at all. Take the time on it, but I really want the book like now. But
It's like
yeah,
you think if we start a trend hashtag Devil's Deal 3, please, we'll get it.
yes, that's
Exactly. Work on it.
mm,
Oh, it's like like don't get me wrong, they do they do well with the books. Like yes, they take a long time, but which is okay. But it just means they actually produce something enjoyable. They
Yeah.
put a lot of effort into the books,
unlike
which is
certain
good.
books. But yeah,
Yeah, we'll try not to. We won't talk about that. No, that's a no
Yeah,
no.
but yeah,
But yeah,
right. This is coming from me, Brandon. Sorry, Nathan. Everybody knows I really like Devil's Deal. Fine.
Mm.
Guilty Pleasure is on Devil's Deal's level, no doubt. That's how much good. That's how good. Sorry, the Guilty Pleasure is.
Yeah.
Like, but like, yeah. There's literally, and for me, there's going to be two chapters left: Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. And for what's gone on so far, wow. Some of the what do you call them love interests though in the event? That's the
Yeah,
thing.
things are love interest. Yeah, it's hard to say the
Mm.
love interest word exactly for
Yeah,
Dreamzone, except
yeah,
few books. But you can call it, yeah, like love interest works for them, I guess.
yeah. Like, but we haven't got a love interest as such in this book, though, have we, in here, man? Without saying much. We haven't got much of a love interest.
Yeah, Sharon's one.
Yeah.
Clarice, I don't know
Mm.
if Clarice, like we
Mm.
have seen so little of him or her. Sorry.
Yeah.
you're not sure what's going on. I think they're trying out some new trends.
Mm.
Obviously, it'll be interesting to see how they actually work as well.
Yeah, that could be it. Because since adult education, there seems to be this trend. But hey, now we are all together. I remember. Have we actually spoken about how Hostel Story Book 3 ended? Like the three of us.
No.
No, we haven't actually. I did
So
No,
catch up with
our
because
that.
yeah, y'all are caught up with that at the ending. Like Brendan,
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I know.
yeah. I am.
Okay.
I refused. I refused. Then I really dislike that book, and this is the first book out of all choices, probably, and Dreams, and I've refused to play rest of it. So for your references, you can spoil it as much as you want from me. I do not care.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, I understand. I think I've told you like the ending because you didn't
I
play it.
can't remember.
I remember that. Yeah. So, Brendan, what do you think of the ending? And who did you choose? I think who did you choose between Katia and Bella? Because if you choose one of them as the main love interest, they die, and then later
Yeah.
you one of them back in Europe or something after few years, several years. Let's say. So, what do you think of it?
So from what I can remember, because it was a good while ago, I remember it was we finally like I yeah that's it. Started off again from when Ivy tried to she was double crossing us, taking us to the US.
Yeah.
I think I
Told you.
knocked her out. I think I knocked her out in order to get out, and then went back to try and obviously I saved Mark, and then I went after. Obviously, I made another deal with a certain someone who thinks we're communist traitors, But moving on. Then after all, we kill. Wait, is her name Chloe? I actually can't remember her name.
Yeah, Chloe.
Chloe, that's it. Yeah. Take her out, save the world, bish bosh. But then obviously it goes downhill. I chose Katia, to be honest, because with Bella, I don't know. It's like, yes, she was a good love interest, but obviously I kind of fell for Ivy at the start. But then, of course, she turned on us.
But you did
Bella,
say you would.
you did call that. I will say you did call that, and it does hurt. It does hurt inside. Um,
Alright.
and then obviously
Yeah,
it took
that
a
was
dark
kind of sad.
turn. Yeah, obviously it took a dark turn. We got
Mm.
captured by the Sheikh again, and then he executed Ivan in front of us. Yeah, I was not happy about that. I definitely hunted him down. Um, Obviously, I thought that was a bit not what we wanted. We all wanted Ivy still. I think it does kind of suck in that way because it's you want to be with your love interest, but obviously
Yeah.
that's how it goes. The love interest dies. I suppose it makes sense for the type of story it is,
Oh yeah.
but still kind of like not what many people wanted. Obviously, and then we saved Mark. Bada bing, bada boom. We're all gone. Obviously, we're still. I actually managed to convince Helga. Wait, was it Helga? No, I spared her,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
Helga.
when she tried to work for the Shack, I convinced her to. I convinced her to, you know,
Let us go.
well, yeah, to work with us. So obviously, I spared her. I saved Mark. Got away. What else did I do? Yeah, and then faked our death, which I didn't expect we were gonna do. Actually, to be honest, I did. No, actually, that was one of the first thoughts I actually thought of it. It's like if they're gonna double tray us, fake our death, hide off. Once that's done, that way we won't have to worry about it, and that's what we did. I didn't expect us to go to prison. Like I won't go to prison for that. Like we were forced. There's no way I'm going to prison for something I was forced to do, even if they need a scapegoat. Um, then of course we escaped. I don't actually know what happened to Mark in the end. Did we leave him with somebody, or did he stay with us?
Yeah, he actually stayed with us. Like what I remember, we were following the sheik after a sheik after he
No,
killed our love interest.
we gave him to Anton. I
Yeah,
think.
we gave him to Anton, but as far as I remember, after giving him to Anton, then we were turning ourselves to the Vince and Ivy, but then we can say a goodbye to our love interest, and then the sheik captures us, kills our love interest, either Bella or Katia, and then excuse me, and then we follow the sheik, and then we kill the sheik, but also we were underwater, in the car chase, and then we almost got electrocuted, and the sheik dies, but we were electrocuted too. We were almost shot or something, but we prevail again. We get saved, and Anton saves us, and from then on we continue to live with Mark. And as far as I remember, then the clock turns several years in advance, and then several years later, we see we are in Europe in a cafe, and we need to
I
write
think
a
it's back
letter
in
to
Italy.
someone.
Ironically, I think they ironically put us back in Italy because it looked like the
Yeah,
same. It was the same background. I think it might have been Italy, which
yeah,
would have made sense to be honest.
like where it all started, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we see the other one between Bella and Ivy, who's alive.
yeah. So yeah, and then it kind of goes off there. I don't think. Like, obviously, that's an interesting way to end it, but I don't think that should have really gone that way. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have given us like obviously you can change the ending with who dies, but I think they should have changed it based on what's it called? I think they should change it based on give multiple endings. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Give that multiple ending to give players the option.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
It was a bit, like weird how it ended. Like it was nostalgic with the ending, like you're saying, like finished up where it all started, and specifically if you chose Katia at first and she dies, then finally you see Bella. So it also like you come a full circle, but also like a really I won't call it abrupt, but maybe something different could have been done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like something different definitely could have been done, and it could have been given a like a different ending. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's Hostel Story 3, the very first book. I don't think it's gonna get another sequel. That's where it ended. So
No,
that's
it's ended.
the curtain
I
on
think it's
this.
definitely
Yeah.
ended. Curtain closed. I think it kind of, the first book was good. Like we can all agree the first book was pretty good. It
Yeah,
kind of went
second
downhill
too.
after two.
The second one I really liked. Like
The second one
there
I
were a lot of
liked,
things.
but yeah, it went downhill going on three.
Yeah.
I would totally agree with that.
Which is disappointing, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So I would like to ask both of you a question. So far we have guilty pleasure and the new book Incognito Mode. And as we have speculated so far that these could have 8 chapters, like they're trying out short books or series. Maybe they're working for a big sequel or something. So,
Yeah.
in your hindsight, as a hunch, what do you think? What sequel are they working on? What do you guys think?
I would still. I think they're working on. I think what they do is they work on multiple books at once. Like they. I don't think
Yeah.
their organization's that big, but I do
No.
think that they do have quite a few members, and that they are doing like a couple books at once. That kind of thing. So I think like they have to be working on Devil's Seal 3 at least.
Yeah. 100%.
Honestly, I don't know if Half Human's gonna get a sequel 3. To be honest, if I'm being honest, I think the way it ended, they could have ended it off, so it could go 50-50.
Can I just ask you both a serious question, please? How did the
Yeah.
Half Human 2 end off? I can't remember.
So basically,
Oh,
like
wait,
they
wait,
got
wait. Sorry to butt in. But didn't they say in book 2 something about where? I think it was something with Elizabeth where she's. Or was that a different book? It's like with
I
our best
think
friend.
Elizabeth is a different book. I'm not too sure. I haven't
Here
read
it
it in
is.
so long.
Yeah, she actually did try and sleep with our best friend because she kissed him because we had them powers. I remember now.
Wasn't that Madison?
And the Madison, not Elizabeth. Sorry, Madison. Sorry, her.
Yeah,
I
Madison.
think
That
it was
right.
her.
Yep.
Yeah, that one. That's all I remember. But yeah, I can't remember how it ended off.
The way it ended was I can't remember what exactly got discovered. I think it was the androids, like the whole thing in general just got discovered. And then
Yeah.
what happened was the whole town got quarantined, but we were out of it at the moment, and we wanted to go back in because we wanted to save Emily, Li, and just the way it ended. So it was all a government conspiracy for the most part. We rescue Emily, but what happened? We got knocked by gas or something, and then next thing we know, we wake up back at home, living the good life, basically back to how things used to be with Emily. And that's where it kind of ends off. Like I can't remember. There was another person involved. I can't remember what they were called, but they were another person we were trying to save. And obviously they were taken. They were wanted by the government. We tried to save them, but they weren't having it. And then next thing we know, we wake up in the bedroom with Emily, back when regular life. And then it just goes black from there. Like we're just kind of accepting it. But
Yeah.
the way it ended, they can either end it or they can continue on. Like they left it at the 50-50 kind of spot there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But actually, I think like the person you're talking about, it was some kind of a hacker. Tyler's not Tyler, the other one, Kent's friend or something, the online friend, like the
Doesn't
girl
he
who
hack
got.
Devil's Deal? Or is that the because we're the devil guy? Like everyone. No. Oh no, it is half human. You're right. I'm getting mixed up.
Yeah, like the one who had tattoos on her face and body.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
the girl?
That's the one that was taken. I remember now.
Yeah. So and then we almost got the one who was a professor, or not professor, but our teacher in our school, who was also the daughter of the evil, robot boss or someone, like our
Yeah.
dad's rival. So we had them in control, but then this, like you said, they spray gas and then we pass out and then we wake up in our bed. But I think we still needed to sort of rescue the other girl. So I think like sequel, it needs a sequel because it's still kind of a cliffhanger because we don't know what's gonna happen. Like there were a lot going on at the moment.
Yeah, one thing I really want to know is like, how there's sometimes an option to spare said person, but it's like one thing I always want to ask is like, does it really make a difference? Does it really affect anything if we spare them or kill them? That's one thing I've always been asking myself.
That's
Because
In
it's like,
in Dreamzone as a whole,
yeah, in terms of the whole, like, I know
no.
I say no, in Hostel Story, it's the only instance I've seen where the choices like seem to affect it a bit. Because I remember there used to be those little highlights, like if you took the body armor, you survived, like that kind of thing. Um,
Yep.
but it's like going back. Obviously, it'd take a long time to go through the options and different choices. But it's like, do many of those options actually make a difference, morally or even impactfully?
not in many
To be
books.
honest,
I think the options are that important. Like no matter what you choose, like you're gonna like the
like
incidents are gonna lead you to yeah.
Yeah, it's one thing I've been asking myself, but it's like it's one thing. Is it actually true?
But I can't exactly put a finger on a particular scene or a particular book, but I remember that happening. What you're saying that we choose to like sort of spare someone's life or kill them. That might have like a
Like the Helga
like
thing,
not like a
that for
yeah
instance.
Helga
Yeah,
yeah exactly like not a
is that the one at
major
the start of
consequence.
Half Human Book 3? Sorry, if you don't mind me asking, because I didn't read all of it. Where in that hotel
Hospital.
room, Helga.
and no, Helga was the scientist from the kid.
Oh,
In
sorry. Yeah, sorry.
thing. This wait, what was the one you want about in the hotel? I think that's the same one.
Um, I can't remember her name. The one who was on the front of the cover.
Which cover?
No, I think
Hostel, sorry,
yeah,
book three.
hostel story book 3.
Book
Yeah.
three. That is yeah. She was like a one-time thing in the hotel. But she wanted to take down the Silkway as well.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
It
But I
was
think
really
she tried.
strange. We never saw them again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they would have played, or they would have played a more different role. But I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
It could have gone either way, to be honest.
Yep.
But yeah, there's just a lot. One thing that with Dreamzone is there's always a lot of loopholes and cliffhangers, but they never really get answers to either.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to try and find this stuff out for the most part.
I totally agree with that. So, excuse me. Last time, 2 weeks ago, I believe, Mac and I did this thing with Dream Zone. Like, we took every book and we sort of ranked them like in different tiers. Like, good. Correct me, Mac, if I'm wrong. I think the
God,
tiers.
good,
But
God, good, mid, bad, shit. That was your exact words.
What in the
yeah,
list of how they are in order on the menu?
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
if it's God, then good, then mid, bad, shit, and haven't read. Since you have not read some books,
I mean,
so
I can
haven't
list a few
read
of them,
it.
but not off the top of my head because I'm not sure the list off the top of my head. Like, if
Oh,
you read them out to me, I could probably list them.
yeah, I have the names in my head, like book names. I mean,
Yeah. If you read them out in order, I can probably list them.
yeah, and also, uh, that was something we already did, so we can do that. And while doing that, we can do another thing that we can get some main love interests, like from each book, and then we can sort of rank them too,
Yeah.
Oh
um,
yeah, definitely.
like it in order, in the order,
Oh,
in terms of how we like them, in order of how we like them, so to speak, like from
actually, one thing I'm gonna check as
most
well.
to
Sorry to interrupt.
least.
Is
What?
on that note, I'm gonna see if there's a obviously there's a website called Fandom where it's got huge
Yeah.
like lore wikis.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna see
yeah,
if there's one on Dreamzone actually, real quick, because I would assume one, and if not, I might inquire to make one. Obviously, I don't know too much, so but
yeah.
I imagine it should be. So if we use that, we should.
actually Actually, I've seen it. Like, do you know there's a Dream Zone group on Facebook?
Oh yeah, I've seen one on Facebook.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a guy, Corey, some B, I forgot the Booblitz or something. So he actually posted all the love interest list there. So if
yeah,
you
yeah,
search,
it does have a fandom, but it's very vague, and by vague I mean
y-
literally nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can see it there.
Yeah, but there's that many love at this point. There's that many people you can hook up with. You have to try and minimize hookups to love interest as well.
Yeah, maybe we can then just cut off the flings and then just go with the love interest, the main, as we can think off the top of our head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Do that now, or
I can do that now.
shall we do it now?
Yeah. So what were you doing, Brandon? I think you were searching some fandom or something. Did you find anything?
Yeah. No, there's not much to be honest. That's one thing I don't like about Dreamzone. It, a lot of people don't like it for its vulgar. Obviously, about it, and we've inquired quite a few people to check out, like Astra and some others on Twitter. So it's like it's just I don't know why they don't have a social media. Like from looking at Google reviews and stuff, they do have quite a stable and quite a sizable, like group. So it's like I don't see why they couldn't make a social media and expand out a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have another app, Lovesick, and that has a social media, and it's basically
Yeah.
Dream Zone with female love interest, female main character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lovesick. Lovesick as well. I don't know if I think I mentioned this a while ago when I was back on, but they did also did a crossover where they added some Dreamzone books.
Yes. Yes, they did.
I can't remember when they did it, but yeah, they I think they added I can't remember what they added off the top of my head, but they did 3 Dreamzone books.
My Bloody Classmates, Ubers, and Hostel Theory.
Yeah, that were it. Yeah, that were it. Yeah, they added those books, and it was always a question of just what's going on there. I mean, I do think personally the whole app should be merged together. Maybe make a say male. Not male. Male MCs, or male stories, female stories, stuff like that. Obviously. So I think it could be could go that way. But I do think in general, putting them together, expanding a social media base would be better for them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Obviously, I get it's a vulgar type book. It's it's like what do you expect?
Yeah.
So it's like, what can you do about it?
They've not shied away from the fact about that as well. Like they've not.
Like, the one thing is like they own it. They're not ashamed or anything.
No. No, they're not.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think personally it's a bit underrated. Could be a bit better. Maybe some better moral choices. But overall, good book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. Like Dream Zone definitely has some unique books, like Time and Time Again, Devil's Deal.
I quite like Time and Time Again.
Guilty
That
Pleasure.
seemed like a good stable book. There weren't too
Yeah.
many moral obviously you find out you're stuck in a time loop, you start exploring it, then of course you get the plot to get out. I think it was a good stable book, and then obviously it has a decent ending. You get with the woman of your dreams and stuff.
Yeah.
It were a good type of book.
It was a
Underrated.
really good book.
A bit underrated, yeah. I think that's one of the less vulgar but also stable books.
Half human, the cyborg kind of thing. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
that in high school that kind of plot and the way it was, like all the drama and all the mystery, the music, how it all
God, the
came out.
music. God,
That
if
was
they make a book free for that, I hope they
Oh,
don't
the
use that music as much.
The music's a bit, yeah, I think the music's a bit underrated.
I mean, overrated. I don't like the music in Half Human.
I don't mind it, but I think it could be better.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm talking about the, there's no stopping me. That one is there, but there's also a music, that mystery music. Like when we first saw the thoughts on Ken's, that guy's hand. Yeah. That was like giving off really mystery vibes, and all in all, it was an amazing book. And then who can forget about I hadn't read it until December last year, and you two were like, "Hey, you got to read this book." What was the name of the book? Yeah, Impossible Game. Yes, exactly.
I think that was it. Yeah, because we definitely read it, didn't we, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, That was an
Sorry.
interesting one. I liked it. No,
Yeah,
sorry.
because Nearban knew now because I just speaking to him in private about it as well, just once or twice, and I said, Nearban, now do you know what I mean? Me and Brandon meant about you can't trust anybody in
That
them
book
books.
needs a sequel to come out. The cliffhanger it ended on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that definitely needs a
Yep.
book to come out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you've actually read the ending, Annabelle.
Yeah, but book two, like, do you guys agree with it? Like, book two actually was, like the real one. Like, book one was good, like it was starting it
Yeah.
off, but actually, book two was, better than book one, and actually, the impossible game happens in book two. What do you think about that?
I like the build up. I think the first book is a good build up to it, and then
Yeah,
obviously two comes out in full, and with all the sudden loves and stuff. I think it was a really really good book. Like, it's good so
Yeah.
far. I like how it goes as well. And
Yeah.
then oh, it was such a thrilling end that you really just want book
yeah.
three. Like, it's been so long since it came out as well. They can't
The
end it off
games,
they probably could, but
yeah,
doing it would just be such a bad move.
I know. And the games we play, all the things we go through, the way they wrote it, it takes a lot of brain, like it's
Yeah.
definitely. And when you read it, you feel better. You feel good, like wow, like that was something. It leaves a mark behind. So amazing writing. I hope like there's a book three.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like
Yeah.
And the music.
Impossible Game, Devil's Deal, they need the book threes. Definitely, they've got the most suspense. Devil's Deal, that's suspenseful, but not. Obviously, you're on Jeff. Well, okay, I'll say that.
Yeah.
But it is an amazing book.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so shall we get started with the tier list of the books, and also then we can separately discuss the love interest of each book.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I've already wrote down. I've wrote. I don't know why I'm writing my list now because nobody can see it. But I've already got one written down, and that is It Lives book 1 and 2 in God tier. No questions.
It lives.
That's for me. Yeah, book 1 and 2 in God tier.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to agree with you there, Mac. It was actually a god tier book. To read that, like, it's so much. Obviously, I've seen it,
Yeah.
but reading it as well would be amazing. It's
Yeah.
it's thrilling. It's dramatic. The choices, well, not all the diamond ones, which is good, make an impact on the ending. What makes a good? Let's be honest.
Pardon me.
Impact. It puts the name of the game to its intention.
Yeah.
I've
got all the list wrote in here down for you in Earban as well, like both of yours.
I think I'll do mine based off. I'm going to do my 50-50, so based off what is, but also kind of personal preference. So obviously, It Lives, God tier, no doubt about it. If anyone doesn't like it, then they're entitled to their opinions. But it's, obviously, we're gonna, everyone's entitled to their opinions. Obviously, personally, we don't know how no one can like it. It's such a good, thrilling book. But obviously, everyone thinks differently. I would be I would be interested to know why someone doesn't like it. I would actually be interested. I know a few people don't write.
Romance.
It is romance. Like it's toward the end though, which is kind of more realistic, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe another reason could be like people don't like horrors, but I have played it. It's not like your typical horror book, like like you're gonna get super spooked or something, but it's actually a horror mystery. It's not just a horror, but actually a good mystery.
The mystery part for book 2 is because I think quite a lot of people will say about me in real life and off the podcast as well. I can be good at reading things, but without spoiling anything for It Lives book 2, I never guessed the person who, what would have the monster say, whatever.
Yeah. That's one thing no one ever knew. Even I didn't know. I was like, who is it? Who could this be? But then, of course, we all thought it was definitely misleading as well. But it was a good kind of misleading.
Yeah. But that I never guessed myself personally. That was a shock.
Oh yeah, the reveal toward the end.
Yeah, that was.
And the grandpa. At first, we thought grandpa was a bad guy.
Yeah,
that was a good. That
I
was a
remember
good mix-up as well.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, there's just so many good mix-ups, so many
Yeah,
good.
good deception.
Yeah. And
It
towards
was
the
just a
end
good
of book
thrilling
2 as
book.
well. That the last couple of chapters, wow.
Oh yeah,
The,
the last couple. Oh
and
my god,
then
they
when
were
you
very
turn
impactful.
around,
Like they were very emotional as well.
yeah, when you turn around, that scene, I think it was, wow,
Yeah.
love that.
Let's ever say like won't say too much obviously because we don't want to spoil that much.
No,
but
but wow,
it's very very good. I will say that.
yes,
Yeah,
Obviously, I think everybody in the community would recommend it. Like, 'cause I know.
yes,
Thing is with Kat as well. Kat was one of the first people to stream that book. You know, she kind of skyrocketed there. Like streaming one of the best books. Obviously, she's an amazing. Like the way she does it is amazing as well. I like her methods, but also just she makes them really entertaining. Like she just gives. She gives 100%, like just, and also the
yeah.
voices, like she does little voices.
The
Like,
grandpa one, the
oh,
grandpa one.
the iconic for Cat. Oh god,
Memories.
the iconic cat. The cat part.
Last year, April, that happened.
Yeah, it's been such a long time, and then obviously Kat's been doing so many other books. She's done her first series, like she did Bloodbound 1 and 2, and then she's what I like what she's done. Like she's read the first 2 books, and then she's kind of left the third one as a kind of to go to encourage people. Like people would already be encouraged by reading it, but obviously by watching Kat going through the story, the third book is very impactful. So the way she's done a good job there, like just very impactful.
Yep,
Honestly,
definitely.
I'm kind of glad. Like obviously, I'm grateful we have Kat. Like she's such an amazing person, but also she does a really good job of putting choices more out there. Like so obviously over, should we say, well, would you say the past week, Mac, that choices has gotten a bit of unnecessary hate and just toxicity over the past year? Like not too much. Like on Instagram, it's very toxic. From what
toxic.
like personal experience.
I think we discussed this before. I think some of it is toxic. Like you can clearly see some of the comments. Like it's like a personal. Like some of them I've seen lately. Sorry about.
Yeah,
this.
a sense.
But with Wake the Dead and Crimes of Passion, people are like, well, I hate them books, but people, and then people are like, they love the books what most people don't like in a way which is passive aggressive. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, they say they hate the book what everybody likes on the comments, and then they purposely like the book what them people who don't like the book.
There's also been a lot of sorry to interrupt you, Mac. A hate reading as well. Like people just reading a book for not even for the sake of it. There's been a lot of hate reading, I've noticed as well.
Yeah, I'd never do that.
No, not you. I've just heard a lot of it. Like,
yeah.
It's just people read the books for the sake of reading them or to get diamonds. Like usually get diamonds. Like that's an okay reason. Like a lot of books are lengthy and they are good for can just tap and go. But reading it just for the sake of not enjoying it. Like two things that aren't really that good is hate reading. It's not good for yourself. It's not really good for anyone else. Like if you and then just spewing hate for no reason. Like you're entitled to your own opinions. Like hey, I like TNA. I like the 90th Affair. Not a lot of people do. Even I'll admit some people don't like it, but they don't give me a necessary hate for it.
No,
which is good,
I think the thing with the 90th Affair is because I think a lot of people know that I don't like it and don't like it, but like. You should joke about it. We don't like say you're a bit, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. No, it's just a bit of friendly banter. But when it gets taken too far, when they say it's just
it just takes it too far. But yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like I have people like because I like Bastien. Like people have called me like you're a pedophile, you're sexist, you're
whoa.
That
that definitely takes it to a whole unnecessary level.
Yeah, like, just a character.
Don't tell me, no.
Like don't get me wrong. I've seen a bit of Wolf Bride. I've heard about the ending. Obviously, I've not seen it myself, and it's got a lot of negativity. And a lot of people, and some people do like that book, and it does sound like an interesting book. I know Fishy made the plunge of doing a No Diamonds run. Apparently, that went.
People can not like it, or people can have opinions, but they can share it. Like, oh, that's why I don't like this character, that's why I don't like the book. And yeah, I'm all for it. We can all talk about why we don't like a book or why we don't like a character or why we like it. But just because you like it, like calling you like, oh, you like this book, you like the nanny affair, then definitely you maybe all time you're just like doing it or like getting personal, like, yeah, maybe they're joking, but sometimes it's taking too far and calling them things. That's just a bit childish, I would say. But yeah, there could be debates, like, hey, this like good friendly
Just,
debates, good just
just don't
intellectual
take it too
debate.
far.
Yeah.
Like there's a limit, It's like at the end of the day, we're all reading stories, we're enjoying ourselves. It's just like you don't need to hate people. If you don't like a book, you don't like a book. You don't need to hate people or cause hate on the book and for it.
I
Exactly.
think me and sorry, and I think I'll speak for Naban here. Don't you and me and Naban know that for a fact? Wow. Yeah. But like yeah, I think with us, Brandon, isn't it? Like I was saying, I don't have a go at you because you like Nanny Fair. No.
No.
I like Witness. So fucking what? You don't like Witness, yeah?
Actually, the
I
thing I don't like about
literally after that
Witness is
conversation,
is the
it was
MC.
like,
That's it. I
Yeah.
don't mind the story actually.
exactly. It's like we can agree on that, but it's when it gets taken too far. Look, I've made some mistakes in this fandom. I know. I'm going to speak from experience here, but to the point where I think you know about some of it anyway. But like to say, oh, because you disagree on a book and then block somebody because of it.
Yeah.
What?
It's just unnecessary.
What? But yeah, Instagram is worse for it. Good.
And one thing I would like to say,
Instagram has gone downhill. It used to be a really good fandom. Like
it's
it
still
still is
good.
a good fandom. It's still
Yeah,
good.
it's
It's
still
just
good.
there's a lot of just toxicity, and it
Yeah,
hurts. It hurts in a way because I remember when I came into the fandom, I kind of started on Twitter. I met a few
Yeah.
people, then I expanded to Instagram. Obviously, I got
Yeah.
but it's just, and then it was really nice and welcoming, and then it just kind of got toxic. It's I don't know. Like
yeah,
the one thing keeping it up is just the really good art that people have. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The one thing it will always have is amazing art on there from some of the people. On there, they do an amazing job.
yeah, yeah. It's like the thing is that excuse me. The thing is that also people like who every time they don't like a book, like what you said about hate reading. I mean, choices literally give out and content warning. Like, so you should just
Yeah, they give
stop
out warnings and
reading.
stuff.
Yeah, if you
Dreamzone don't.
don't really not suitable for that particular book. But it's just if you're going after again and again the same thing, if you're joking about it or making a meme about it, that's perfect. Like if you're getting offended by a joke or a meme, then that's your problem. But if you're attacking same thing, like if you're posting something and every time you post about a certain book or certain character you love, and then everybody's coming at like, oh, that dude or that book, that's it, then that's like you have some problem. So that definitely gets toxic at certain points. But
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, it's still like people need to understand, like it's not our daily life, right? Like let's for instance, like I do my own thing, like I have my college, I have my own studies, I have my like I go there, I commute, I like, see a different world, and then I come back, I have maybe like a different sports, I doing a different thing. But no matter what I'm doing, no matter what I'm now in life, like come every Wednesday or Thursday, I'm reading the Wake the Dead chapter. And then you, Brandon and Mac, have your own life. Like you have your esports. Mac has his own things. You got going about around town. In UK, wherever you are, you're doing stuff. Maybe I don't know about, not maybe, but definitely I don't know about what you're doing. Like, in a different way, I'm saying, of course. Like, and then, but
Yeah.
what I know about you guys that come every Wednesday or Thursday, you're playing Wake the Dead. Like that's something like I think it should be good about if you see in terms of like the pressure you have in your daily life or if you're going through something, it should relax you. And if you're talking about it, I think it should be taken in all fun. And if people have something to say, complain. Like that's good. Like if you're complaining about something, like I don't like it in a way, like you have the right or opinion to complain or just talk through it. But you can't be too just like too critical of something. Not by too critical, I mean you can't just swear at something like it's just like BS and just go on and on like again and again. And similarly, you cannot just criticize and you cannot just basically make someone like criminalize someone who is expressing their opinion. So I think if you can interact freely and just talk like to like, oh, this is your problem, I understand this is that. I think it would be really easier. But I know people are at different stages in their lives, and so it happens. When you have a bunch of things in a room, but but you definitely like we would like to see the better of it.
Hmm.
One thing I've always said is, and one thing I always say as well is, there's a difference between criticism and then just being a dick. There's a
Yeah.
difference. It's like, and it's also about the way you approach these things. It's like, over text, it can seem like, even for personal experience, like text, it can seem like someone's being rude because text on like sending by text, it can be what is it? I guess kind of blunt, but also
Yeah.
like emotionless. Like they're just saying this like as if they're already in a like in a mood or a state.
Yeah, yeah, but it could be a two-edged sword. Like when you are talking, like I can hear your voice and what is it, but like with the text, it's really hard to say like what this guy is actually trying to say. Like, is it trying to be rude, sarcastic, and
Yeah.
then there are typos and stuff. So all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like connection issue.
No, I'm here.
Yep. Yeah, on Brandon said, excuse me, my
Right.
voice is so bad. But yeah, I think on Brandon's end, there was some problem. But yeah, excuse me.
But
But
yeah.
yeah, talking about It Lives, it's definitely a God tier book. I mean,
Yeah. No doubts.
and who was your
Like,
love interest in either book?
Stacy.
The second one?
Yeah, Stacy. I liked her.
Sorry about that. Can I
Sorry.
lost track of thought? What were we saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we
What
were
about
just
you?
finishing off really about just like the unnecessary hate and all that jazz.
Oh yeah, no. See, it's just the little things that they're it's just unnecessary. Talk to your friends and make friends about. Find people have the same interests. Talk to them.
Yeah.
And if you don't have something nice to do, then just don't say it.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm a victim of that, and sometimes I'm the perpetrator. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, really. I think that's what I'm like now. I've when I had that break for nearly a month, a couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago, a week or two ago, I just really didn't want to come. I just let everybody know I will be changing when I come back. I won't be the same person I was, and I'm not now. I'm like, but then when I did come back, then some stuff got said. Oh my god, that was. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have really anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But if the it's cliche, but it's true. Don't have anything nice to say. Don't say anything at all. So,
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we're all there for the same thing. We all like characters. We all have our likes and dislikes. Just be cool about it. Be calm and be polite, and you'll get through life much easier.
yeah. I think,
Yep. Yeah, but in other words, like if you're just talking things through, I think we can solve. We can just talk like adults, and we can solve a lot of issues. Like no need to like make a group like these are these folks, these are that folks. Like this land is my land, this land is your land. Like there's no need to make those kind of groups and stuff and jabbing fingers at people. It's like like express your opinion, have conversations. Like I think communicating and having conversations can solve a lot.
yeah,
Until or unless it's just like calling names and stuff, that's never healthy. But having conversations is really good.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. How it lives. We're talking about that, so definitely
Yeah,
it's
we got
got
kind of
your
off track there, but
Yeah. I've got all of them wrote down from here. Do you want to go from top to bottom? To just
yeah,
yeah.
but,
So it lives at the top.
yeah. But
yeah,
who was your love interest from both the books, Beneath and
Um,
Woods?
I chose from the first one. I chose Stacey. I don't know.
yeah,
I liked her. Like just she had this like this aurora about her. And then same
yeah.
with is it Danielle in book 2? I think it's Danielle.
You made
Yeah.
me forget her name. No, it was not Danielle. Danny.
Yeah, just Danny. Yeah, just Danny. That were it. Yeah, she had this fire about her. Like, just she was always
Yeah.
eager. Don't get me wrong, it was a tough one between Imogen. Like, Imogen was still a really good ally. You know, I've had to like kind of choose between both of them on each one, but I think it's Danny.
Yeah.
Off the point, and then obviously Stacey from the first one.
Yeah.
What about you, Mac?
The same actually. Stacey in book 1 and Imogen for book 2. I think it was. No,
Danny.
Danielle.
I
Danielle.
well, I chose
Danielle.
Danny. Yeah.
Danny, yeah.
I think as much as she almost did betray us, depending on your actions, say that's more than anything. I just still liked her character, to be honest. I didn't like
Wait,
anybody
Stacey.
else really in that book.
Wait, is it
Oh,
about
yeah.
first one, Stacey?
Yeah, sorry, yes, the first one was
Yeah.
Stacey for me.
Yeah, but in all fairness, it won't. You find out what goes on. It's also one thing as well that book also. I know some books do this, but it's also a case of you don't know what goes on in someone else's life and how they are. So they could be a nice person and they could be nice to you. Maybe they just either rubbed off the wrong way or something's happened. So that's a good example of it in that book.
Yep. And similarly, like you guys, I also chose Stacy and Danny. But at first, I thought it would be Imogen. But then, since I saw Danny, it was Danny. But other than them, from book one, I really, 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 really liked Noah's character, and in book two, it was Parker. There was something about that storyline of Noah and like the Jen thingy, and the past. When we were child, those clips
Yeah.
coming back at the start of that was something. And then book two, it was like, of course, a mystery, like a horror mystery book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Parker was definitely a good male ally for the for like people who wanted it, and he was a good character actually. He was the typical good guy who is determined to stop evil and.
Tom, like, yeah, even Tom, like he always helped us. Like all the
I
love
think, I
interests
think that was a
were
nice touch actually, bringing Tom over from
What-
from the first book.
from Woodchuck. Forgot the name. What's the name of the place? Woodside? No, Woodchuck. Nope.
Westchester,
Westchester.
Westchester, that's it.
which is actually a place just outside of New York.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I believe so. I believe it is. Let me have a quick look for you now. I believe it is because I read it up. But yeah,
I think
not
a lot
like
of
I did
the,
with the Kuchi, not like the Kuchisaki Onana. God, I'd never search
Kuchisaki
Arabic.
Onna,
Oh, Kuchisake Ona. That was something savage from last year.
Westchester County, U.S. county in New York State.
I think a lot of stories are based in the US. They're just
New York specifically.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I like New York. I think it's one of my favorite cities.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Kidding aside, but yeah, I enjoy that one. It was a. I don't know. There's just something about it. It just feels more like home in a way. Like I hate being in the UK. Like there's just. I would say I very much dislike the UK for
Yes.
certain reasons, but it's like, and I prefer exploring.
I
traveling.
hope like UK government isn't tapping the call.
Honestly.
No comment.
I think the thing is about that with me is I don't like this country. I don't, and I want to just go to a different country. I've never been out of this country. With the passport thing, I want to get a passport, but nearly 10 weeks, up to 12 weeks. Like, oh, come on, please.
Like I would
They,
rather stay here. Like
I think I would.
to get the passport.
Yeah, I think I'd either live in Germany. I quite like Germany. Germany's quite a nice place to live, actually.
Bundesliga.
Or maybe the US. Just because it'd be interesting to go into the US. Like I've always
What state though? What state? What state?
either New York if I want to go big,
Or-
bold,
Or
or maybe
maybe what?
I'm
Texas?
thinking.
Montana?
Actually, I did want to go to Texas at some point. Be So I think either Texas, New York, maybe Arizona. Actually, I do quite like Arizona. It
Yeah,
does look nice.
Montana.
Yeah, Arizona. I think that might be about it. Washington's too.
Costly, too costly. It's really costly.
It's costly, but it's also very crowded. In my opinion, like New York could be crowded, but Washington just feels like a massive ballpark that you just do not
It's
want to
not
go into.
like even like if you live in a refrigerator, it's really costly.
Yeah, and no, don't get me wrong, I won't mind it. I'd obviously go visit, but I won't stay there. Colorado, actually, Colorado's really nice.
All right, Denver,
I've seen some-
Denver.
Yeah, Denver's quite nice. I think that's about it though. Texas, Arizona, Colorado, and New York. For me.
Yeah, you don't want to know. You just don't want to know mine. You'd never guess it in a million years. So America.
Where do you want to live, man?
Well, like in America.
Yep.
Maine.
Nope. North or South Carolina.
Amazing places. Actually, I think no, that was Virginia. No. Yeah, no. I have actually someone like who I know who lives in North Carolina. I think, if not South, no, yeah, North Carolina. It's a good place.
Ooh, or LA. LA's quite nice.
Oh, Vegas, Sin City.
Vegas is costly though. Vegas is very costly.
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like if
I
you
think
want.
somewhere in California. California's nice.
Oh yeah, California, the suburban places. It's affordable, really nice view, good community, and it's good to for living there. Definitely, hands down. Yeah, but like if I had won, like if I ever win a random jackpot, like a lot of money, then definitely Vegas is a place to go and like spend that money. Like like it's just damn amazing place.
Yeah, Vegas is. I think I might be taking a trip there at some point. I'm not too sure, but if I do, I know it'll be fun.
Yeah.
We might
Hey,
meet
no, I know what we should all do. All of us go to Westchester.
Oh god,
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
the boys take a picture outside Westchester High School.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
no.
about Pine Spring?
What about what? Sorry.
What about Pine Spring? Pine Spring.
Can't remember what that one is.
Oh,
I
that
remember
one
it,
is.
but I don't remember where it is.
Yeah, it's from beneath. It's from It Lives Beneath.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
That seems more like inland, so maybe. What's got loads of jungles? Well, jungles, forests.
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Kentucky, yeah, there's quite a few forests.
I'd love to go there just for the accent, but
You should go to Alabama.
oh no.
Oh god, no! Don't sing the song. I'll say don't sing the song.
Oh,
Sweet
no.
Home.
Oh, no,
please,
fuck
please,
off.
no.
Why? What's wrong with it, brother?
Just, nothing wrong with it. It's just,
What's wrong with brother? Why are you so?
no comment. No comment.
Oh god.
I plead the American faith.
Well, you're in the UK, so you gotta plead some. What fifth?
Nope. Never.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's some quite extravagance there. But if you ever want to live somewhere quiet and peaceful, I suggest you go to either New Zealand or Australia. Amazing places to live, away from all the drama, all the specifically if you're in New Zealand. Even if you are away from COVID-19, like just
New
literally.
Zealand, yes. I think Australia knew. Australia's very well, it's very hot. I think it's a bit too hot for my liking.
Yeah.
A bit
Yeah.
too hot, I think, for me. And then
What time would the bloody choices chapters release for them?
6 p.m. Wait, what day is it today? It's Monday. Oh no, they'll just release the agenda for this week. I think they released that this afternoon.
After 6 p.m. For Australia, I think it's late at night, like 4 a.m. or something, depending on where they are.
Oh yeah, it'd be early in the morning for them.
Yeah. They'll be asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it'd be going into like early hours of the morning now.
I think New Zealand are 12 hours in front of us, Auckland.
I don't think New Zealand that far in front of us.
I think. Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's almost 12 in the midnight in New Zealand, if I'm not wrong.
Wow. I'm totally wrong, and you're wrong as well. 3:48 in the morning in New Zealand at the moment.
3:48 in the morning.
13 hours.
Jesus.
Well, I was close.
That's
12.
one of the bad things about. That's just the bad things about time zones. It's like when they're so far in front, you can never. It's very very difficult unless someone's a mega night owl. It's hard to arrange stuff to do across country as well.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, if you had a machine to teleport, hypothetically, if you had a machine to teleport yourself, then just imagine, like, if you want to be on a Saturday, then you first go to Australia, the southern
You
hemisphere.
get sped up jet lag.
Yeah, and then exactly, and then if you want to save it, you can go to Hawaii. You still have the Saturday, even when all the world has moved to Sunday. So you have a longer Saturday. So just imagine, like, with the help of teleportation, you can have more time to yourself. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be good to travel. Like I'd love to travel. Go see everybody across the world, all my friends, and meet people.
Yeah.
But just travel in general. Like, there's so many places I want to go.
What kind of landscapes do you guys like? Like mountain, beach, or jungles, hiking? Like, what do you guys like?
I like jungles, but I think overall I'm a beach guy. Just chilling on the waves by the sea.
Surfing with
vibing.
Sam.
Yeah, surf. I actually would like to surf. I would like to surf. Like, I'd love to live on a beach, go surfing every day or every few days. Just, I would actually like to try surfing. It is really fun.
Of course. I love beach too. Like I've been there once before the lockdown, and it's just amazing. Like at night, just sitting by the sea. If you sit on the seashore and then the waves crashing against your feet, and then you just look in the horizon, the dark, and you can see the tower far away, the lights. It's just an amazing view. I can't explain this, in an elaborate way, but it's just an serene, the salty air filling your lungs. And at the moment, I was reading America's Most Eligible, so you can get the feel. Like, I was totally so amazed. They actually, it's amazing. What about you, Mac? What kind of landscapes or views do you like? What would you like to take a vacation to?
It's probably not what you think, but the countryside.
Amazing. I love
Oh yeah, I can see countryside as well. Countryside or beach.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think just because when I was going through stuff it stemmed from this a couple of years ago, right? And like where I used to go on the coast, Brandon probably has an idea where I mean. To the right of where I live, not to the other side, the Blackpool other side. Where that was, I could literally leave my phone at home, literally nothing, no money on. Well, to go and get a drink and that. About there, and then literally just go for walks on the beach. Because there is like a beach, and then if you walk even further up, there's like loads of like woodlands, forests, and all that. Like I could do that for 3 or 4 hours a day, and I wouldn't need. No, I'd just have me, myself, and my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound amazing. I mean,
I'd do it even if it was raining. I love the rain, so that's why I'd like to live somewhere quite rainy as well.
Yeah. I mean, specifically if it's summer or like spring or fall, like the autumn time. I mean, if it's raining and the storm specifically, like it's a hot day, and in the evening you're sort of cooling, and then suddenly a storm starts and it's raining. Absolutely love that.
Yeah.
And if it's the countryside, then like double the fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt. I think that's about it now, isn't it? About
yeah, it's the flow of conversation. That's how it flows.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Countryside or beach?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, what was I gonna say? Yeah. What choices, locations do you like the most? Like, let's put it in a different way. Like, name me 3 choices, locations that you'd like to be in. Like, for me, I would say my first one would be America's Most Eligible, not the first. A third one would be America's Most Eligible, the Florida, the beach side. Second one would be Montana, Big Sky Country, and the first should
Yeah.
be Berry Highs. Like there, I would like I forgot the place of the name, but yeah, there I would like to be. I love the place. And what are the three places that you'd love to be in? Um, in any choice setting. What are those three?
I'll let Brandon go first.
That's a good one. I think obviously New York, Bloodbound, because
Yeah.
the feel of that just feels so mystical.
Yeah, New York.
I think Belvoir. I think that's in New York as well.
Yeah, it's
Belvoir
also
could be big.
New York.
I think I'm just a New York kind of guy. Belvoir definitely. I love.
So, wait. Actually, you're saying New York and Belvoir, or it's like you're saying they're the same?
I guess they're the same, but like I'd love to go to Belvoir itself, just feel all the drama.
Poppy?
Well, yeah, but obviously,
Here it goes again. Here it goes
Yep,
again.
Here it goes again. Here it goes. Yeah, no, I'd bring you obviously, so you can go be Poppy's minion. Obviously, I'd go visit Ms. Kingsley. And obviously, I'd go meet all the others, getting all the gossip and the drama. Oh my gosh. Where else would I live actually?
Oh,
I was about to say witness them, but
the
that
way
would
you
be,
said my gosh, it just got me going. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, it's so easy to do the typical kind of like schoolgirl, high school girl that's just like that.
Yes.
Chadley and Mel, they broke up.
Oh my god. That's so
Like, what's her name?
unfortunate.
Oh, which one is it? Is it Trixie or something? It's like, oh my god, she's very like that. She's just very like
You can
that.
just imagine.
Just imagine a real life. Oh, it'd be cringe in real life. Oh god. I'd be like, oh, stop speaking. You're haunting my brain cells. Please stop.
Actually, I don't know if you don't know or not, but there's a YouTube channel. So this girl makes YouTube shorts. Elisa something or Elisa, I don't know, but you can search you can search that rich girl Elisa. So she basically what she does is that she does role play. So she does these rap battles. If not rap, just songs. Like it's sort of like she is in a character like Poppy, like a rich girl, and then she's just like doing whatever Poppy does in short. So it's an interesting. Like oh my god, it reminded me of that.
Oh god, yeah, no, that's definitely that's fair enough. But also, yeah, I think the whole personality feel to it is just kind of cringy. It's like, yeah, definitely wouldn't do it. I think I'm not sure where else to live. Bloodbound, Belvoir. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. 'Cause I'm trying to like go through all the books in my head. I think where I'm going. I suppose Nanny Affair, just based on I would say based on all the various locations. So going to Monaco, you got like Monaco. The Monaco on that looks really nice.
Monte Carlo, yeah.
All sorts.
I love. But Italy. What about Italy?
Italy's really nice. Yeah, definitely Italy from that one. Yeah. The Italy from Nanny Affair was really good. I absolutely loved it. It looked very like a better UK countryside, basically.
Oh yeah.
It looks just so peaceful and beautiful. I would genuinely go live there as well. By the countryside.
Countrysides are my favorite. The views, the big sky, the house. It's just me. What about you?
Me. Big Sky Country / Untamable. Not because of the Untamable itself. That's a different story for a different day. Probably New York, not just for Nanny Affair, but for like other books. But right, the first one. Do we have a book like New Jersey? like near New Jersey
don't
or in
think
New
so.
Jersey?
I don't think so. I know Surrender. I was thinking of Surrender because that's I think of that New York, but it's not. I think it's Chicago. It's Surrender,
Hmm.
but I don't think there's one set in New Jersey.
Damn it! I was going to say because I like that place. I don't know.
Hey. None of you said New Orleans, Nightbound.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that was one that was. I technically not read that, but I've seen some cat streamers, so I've kind of read it.
You know,
Kind of.
you should
Yes.
definitely try, like reading and seeing like what happens later in the book, like when the plot thickens. It's an amazing.
Yeah, I've seen bits
Yeah.
of it. It really is amazing.
Yeah.
It's so much. It's so thrilling as well. Like just, I think my favorite ally from that one is Vera. Vera.
Yeah, there. Same.
On
Catherine at first said,
underappreciated.
yeah,
Well,
100.
Vera.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think the main allies not push, but it's very obviously he's there because he's your partner. He's there. I think the main ally, the hunter, should have been gender customizable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked Vera and Catherine. So first I went for Catherine, and in my second playthrough, I went for Vera. And I would say after the two playthroughs, I liked Vera more than Catherine. But I wish like Vera were there more. Like she disappeared for 7 or 8 chapters after the first chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one thing as well is what was it? Where's Laws of Attraction set? Is that New York as well?
Yeah, New York.
Yes.
That one's New York as well. Yeah. Right. Actually, wait, I'm just gonna double check the book real quick. I'm trying to think. There is a book that's set somewhere. I can't remember where. Actually, Wake the Dead. Where's that set? Technically,
Um,
I would assume Canada because I think it's
Yeah.
around the winter season, and that I know Canada is very seasonal. I will say
Yeah.
that. What else? Is that? Oh, we've got list books. One thing I like about AVSP and the Unexpected Earth, they make the UK look good.
Yeah. They bloody do, don't they? Bloody hell, it's bloody lovely.
Ooh, 23rd Bloodbound, Haunting of Queen Bee.
it was good, really good book. Like the whole old times and in the United Kingdom, and not just in the United Kingdom, not in England, but what was happening outside in the world, and all the things they represented really well, the society, all the things that were going down, historical things. They did one heck of a research, except one or two things that they didn't quite research well. I mean, 98% things they did amazing.
Mm.
One of the best.
Do you know I keep forgetting as well with most books as well? Most books release with 2 chapters instead of 1. I'm always expecting 1, but then we always get 2. I'm
Yeah.
like, what's going on? Weird.
See,
I do like that. I do like that kind of trend they've done where they kind of release 2 chapters instead of 1. I feel like it gives more to the story,
Yeah.
especially with how some stories like Surrender. I feel like that started off very. I like it now. I like the story. I like the way it's going. I will be honest. I like Surrender a lot now.
Do you know
like I
what?
said before,
Do you want to know? Do you want to know a bomb?
the what?
I do.
You like Surrender as well?
Look, the BDSM side of it's a different story for a different day for a different conversation. I'm talking specifically about the point I like. The action, I said, I loved it. But what did I say to you two a couple of weeks ago when we all were here in Astra? I said, Pat. Actually, no, I'm not going to say I can't spoil anything. Sorry.
No, that's just the name of the characters. You're spoiling.
I you know what we're going to say as well, didn't you, Brandon? Damn it, I can't spoil anything. But I did call something, and it did happen. That's all I'll say about Surrender. But yeah, it's got a lot more action in it, and it's really, really good. Especially the second to last chapter, the chapter before the one what just released last Friday.
I definitely.
Surrender have, or how many chapters do Surrender and Wake the Dead have? Do you guys have any idea?
Might be 20. I've got a feeling.
Surrender's going for 20. I'm actually kind of glad about that. So is Wake the Dead. They're both going for 20 from the looks of it, which I'm quite happy about.
Wag the
I'm-
Dead 20? You sure about that?
Yeah, because it's gone past 16. Actually, no, it could. Wait, what are we on now? We're on chapter. In fact, I'm quite a bit behind on it. Like, there's obviously still the Solstice to come, and then obviously you got the Aftermath. There could be a bit after that. You know, it's like, and there could definitely be a sequel. I don't think there will be a sequel actually, because I think they're bringing out another book which is close to it. So I don't think they'll be bringing out a sequel. So we're on chapter 18 is currently. Oh no, they've developed chapter 16 and 18, and they're up to 19. So yeah, Wake the Dead is going to 20. That is confirmed because it's already on 19, and they won't end on 19. They've ended on 16 before and 17, but they've not ended on like 18 or 19. And then Surrender, let me just double check that, is also got 19, so that's gone for 20. Yeah, that's all caught up. And then Crimes of Passion, I think the way that's ended, I think they're gonna go for 20 as well. I think they're trying to extend the books to be longer. Because like people enjoy, if people like, especially if they enjoy them. So it's like people have enjoyed Wake the Dead. That's probably what most of these breaks are going on. Like that's probably what most of these breaks are. Because Crimes of Passion's gone on break, Wake the Dead's gone on break. Maybe it's because they're more popular than they expected. So what they've done is they've gone on hiatus to plan for a longer series, or like the longer book and series. So I think that's what it's kind of gone for.
Yep.
Yeah, but excuse me. So what I was saying is that that Wag the Dead. So you saying it's gonna have 20 chapters, but well, I think it's gonna have more than 20 chapters because it's hard. Like you said, like the solstice would have to come, then aftermath, and it will have to be like if it's like less than 25 chapters, it's gonna be really rushed with how many things are going to happen and how many consequences or hard choices will need to have actual consequences. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Wake the Dead do that really well, I think. Well, mostly.
Yeah. I think the one thing I will say about that, and with the Wake the Dead thing, the choice, the last chapter I read, I won't explain it to a way where it spoils anything for anybody. But the angel choice, depending on what you choose, I wasn't too fond on that one because of what happened in the last chapter. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think I actually I told the neighbour, but like I asked him first, and he knows. You know what I'm on about, don't you, neighbour? The bit I'm on about, that bit with the angel thing. I thought that choice really annoyed me. So I thought, oh, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. And
Wait,
then,
was it the one early on?
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, it got cut off for some reason.
Yeah.
Let's see when Brandon joins.
About
Yeah, I think we're talking about angel choice.
yeah, that one. I'll just wait until Brandon gets here.
Yep, you will need to explain it to Brandon when he comes here. I think I've sent him the link. Let me just double check quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should pop in quickly. What happened, by the way? Why
don't
did
even
it get
know.
cut off? What did it say?
No, I can't remember.
Yeah, that was really strange. Like it wasn't supposed to cut off, but it got cut off. But yeah, anyway, so let me see if I can do something. Let's wait for Brandon to come.
Yeah.
Well, if Brandon doesn't come, then I think we just have to keep it for later when we record next time.
I thought we was doing the thingy,
Yeah, yeah.
the tier list.
Tier list, yeah. That tier list and this, angel discussion, like Wag the Dead discussion. Well, because I think we were already 1 hour 20 minutes in. So yeah, that happened because like we three got together after a long time, so it like sort of we needed to catch up on some stuff, and things happened. Like conversation flowed. Vacation. Hey,
There we
yeah,
go.
here we have here. So I think we can continue today.
There
Yeah,
we go.
go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got coffee sense. No, it's like
But yeah, I think what I was on about was is the angel thing. I think I told the neighbour about it as well. The choice where you have to keep a parents or not. I think most people know about that. But the latest VIP chapter, um, I don't know. Like it didn't seem like that choice really. The way Angel reacted to it, she didn't really seem bothered about it anyway.
no, she. I think she
So
did. Like she still, like she keeps
I
up with
just,
them.
yeah, it was just a bit. I felt that choice felt a bit off, to be honest. But yeah, I think yeah,
Yeah. But also, like talking about like how many chapters books will have, I think it's good to give a book more chapters than 16 chapters, even if you're not giving a sequel. Because I am not complaining about sequels if until they promise one and cancel one. But like if like let's look at Foreign Affairs and Distant Shores. If these
Eesh.
books had more than 20 chapters, I don't think anybody would have been asking, or most people would have been asking about the sequels, because when there's only 16 chapters, a lot of things need to be done and it gets rushed. Like there are lots of books that are this way. If I had only more than 16 chapters, it could have been done better. So I think depending on how the book is supposed to be, like Weg the Dead, a lot of things happening, so it needs more chapters. So similarly, maybe a book where there's not a lot of stuff happening, they should just make it less than 16 chapters. So what they had before, like 16 chapters more, like every book, no matter what, needs to have 16 chapters, no matter if it has a big plot or small plot. So I hope that changes. I see it's changing. So that's a pretty good sign.
The only problem with Foreign Affairs is it was rushed toward the end. But also,
Yeah.
I genuinely found it boring just because it's politics, and even though it's in a book, I just find politics very boring. And
yeah.
yeah, don't get me wrong, I'll probably still read the book at some point, for the love interest and those scenes. But overall, I'm just not.
And too much focus on Blaine, I guess. The Tatum and
God,
Iona
right,
were
yeah.
overshadowed by Blaine.
Uh, Blaine is definitely a lot. I like the little dilemma between all of them. It's quite good. I think though, I still, I'd have to go back. I think I'd have to go with both. I'd probably start with Blaine, maybe Anya. Anya, one of them. I'm not sure. Go either way.
Yeah, I went for Iona, and it really I felt like I wanted I wanted more time with her, but they should have locked the love interest at some point after chapter 11. Because if they're going to end the book in chapter 16, then it felt really not that good. Like as a someone who romanced Aina, it really felt like I was robbed of having more time with her, or actual time with her. Like Blaine was forced too much on the face.
I think she
Yeah, it
was,
was
but
gender customizable.
it was good that she was gender customizable.
Yeah, that's the only. I mean, if she was not gender customizable, then I think there would have been a lot of backlash. Like
There's
Logan
already still
and
quite a bit of
Gabe.
backlash.
Yeah, Ethan. But yeah,
But I do think overall it was a good choice.
yeah, yeah, that was. But yeah, still, I wish we had, because this book had so much potential. Like the love interest, even they all love interests are unique. In multiple love interest book, often we don't see it, and heck, we don't even see multiple love interest books that much recently. So
Mm.
Foreign Affairs, I think, was the most hyped book at the end of 2020 and at the start of 2021. But since February, it took a dire turn, and sort of it was a Winston thing. It was like really predictable, but happened so fast. But yeah, I don't know what happened, but I thought for one that Foreign Affairs was a book to get a sequel. If not a sequel, at least to have like 20 chapters or something. But anyway, it just didn't work out that way. But Foreign Affairs, in Choice's history, I would say this was one of the best book with the most potential at a time when there were not much books releasing. Like it was something for non VIPs and VIPs at the time that could have been a big success because not a lot of competition was there. But didn't work out that way, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that. So, what book do you have next?
Me.
Yeah.
Well, I've got wrote down here. I've got the Nanny Affair book 1 and 2. I thought we were doing the tier list.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So what? So do you just want me to pick a book off the list, or just to top from the bottom what I've written down in?
Yeah, like we can do that by taking turn. You say
Yeah,
first
yeah.
or Brandon
That's what I
says.
mean. Like where we'd rank them. So what are the ranks then?
Huh? What?
I said, what are the ranks?
Yeah. So who's gonna go first?
No, no. I'm not on about that in here, man. I said, what are the ranks we're doing it in? Like good, God. I can't
Yeah,
Oh,
remember.
the
yeah,
rank
yeah,
for
yeah.
foreign affairs.
No, I mean for it. Yeah,
All the
I
books.
mean.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Oh,
foreign
right.
affairs.
Sorry, I forgot to write mine down. Foreign affairs.
Not
I'd put it as a
not
mid book.
What about you,
uh
Brandon?
not red, but
Good God.
also
I think that the tiers were got good, made bad shit, and haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
yeah, it could
To
have
be
gone either
honest,
way.
for me, foreign affairs. This would be a bit controversial, but depending on the time it was released, and like the only book I enjoyed before that was um, Open Heart Book Two, and kind of the book Rising Tides. And then, so I would say Foreign Affairs is for me. It's got tier book.
Yeah, no, foreign affairs is not. It's not bad, but it's not that good. It's okay. I'll say it's okay.
So
It's
mid
like
tier.
Yeah.
in the middle. But also, I haven't really read it. But I have, I've read bits of it, and then I've obviously read my fair share of what's on it. So it's like I'm just a bit skeptical, really.
Yeah. I think what we'll do then is we'll just base it off books what we can think of what we've all read on top of our head. But it's best just doing it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do
What?
Nanny Affair next? You
Yeah,
said?
can do.
Yeah.
Or which one?
I say
First
just
one.
Book
yeah,
one.
first
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, first
So
one.
the first one I would say it was from the good tier. It was
Yeah.
actually a really good book.
I'd say
Yeah.
God tier just because I'm biased.
Yeah, I understand. But yeah, actually I didn't just put it in
Second one
the
though, the second one I won't
God
say God tier. I will say good, but I won't say God tier. I'll say
yeah.
the one beneath it, which was
Second one I would say it was
Yeah.
bad tier book for me because
it was what?
like
Sorry.
how the book one was hyped up and how the book one was there. I think book two just for
Two
some
started
reasons
off
is
pretty
different.
well, but then it kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
became
exactly.
predictable in
Yeah.
a way.
Like
And then
what
obviously we had
promises it
wait.
had,
Like the
it
one
just
bad thing
like
is it had a lot of leaks as well that we didn't want.
yeah, like it showed a lot of it's like they showed a lot of you know like nukes and weapons, but never used it, or just the fireworks weren't as much people hoped for, as it says. Yeah, but book one was good. But
I still think it
book
was.
Yeah.
I still think both were good, but obviously the second one felt more like a side story or like an aftermath of what it would be.
what about you, Mac?
Yeah. I've never thought in a million years I'd say this, but I'd agree. I'd agree with the Neighban. Not because I don't like you, Brandon, but I'd say for me, TNA 1 was a good tier book. I will say that, like, hands down. But TNA 2, for me, I
Two
think I've
did
spoke
fall
about that
off.
book enough to say know what people are my opinions on it.
I think. No, I
And for
think
no,
book three will be the book two we needed.
yeah, I think
Fingers crossed. But
I think
here's
there will
another.
actually be a plot in book 3.
Yeah, there's a lot to put in book three though. Like there's obviously the past of Addison or where's she been?
Yeah,
There's obviously some
Let's hope.
backstory, but also Sam's new future. Like she said, she's gonna make a new company. But also, I think I'd like to see a bit of MC's backstory and life.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's also something
Jenny,
I'd like to see.
Jenny, Aditya, who is shipping them?
Not me.
Wait, who's shipping who? Sorry.
Jenny and Aditya, our colleague and our
Uh,
friend.
I mean, it depends on it depends who Aditya's wife is.
I,
Because
I
she's
think
not.
his wife is Addison.
I mean, that would be a weird. That would be an interesting but weird plot twist of that he actually that he's secretly with her, but but we also question like why is he? Is he at Dalton Enterprise to keep an eye on her? But obviously, the way that they kind of put that in is like, oh, it's my wife and stuff. It's like it is a possibility.
Yeah. But also, one
It's
thing I would say that if the Nanny Affair book one was a gender customizable main character, I'd have definitely given it to God tier. But so far it's good tier because book two
oh yeah,
brought
the
a
MC.
male nanny. Yeah, it brought a male nanny, but
Yeah, it's
then
like
why
you
couldn't
got a
the
male nanny. It's like why couldn't it have been a
yeah
yeah?
male
There's a lot
character?
of
Yeah,
put themselves in a deep end there. That wasn't a good idea from them.
yeah. So yeah, for that reason, it only got a good tier. But hands down, if it were a gender
Yeah.
customizable character, I would have put it in god tier, the book one. I mean, it was amazing. It would have been more
Yeah.
enjoyable
It'd be God
as a
tier
male
plus.
MC. Yeah, yeah.
I think just
Book one.
generally dialogue's easier, just in
Yeah,
general. But I still think overall
yeah.
it's
Basically, because also the Nanny Affair, what book is let's just say what book this is basically a book of lust, and like the book one, how it was like the tension with your character and the love interest, and there's sexual stuff. So if you're playing as a male player, and if your character is female, then it's kind of hard to those moments where you go too deep in the deep end of the sexual intimacy and those descriptions. It's kind of hard to just connect with if
Yeah.
you have a female MC. But on the contrary, if you have a male MC, then it's really like way more enjoyable and easier to connect with that. Like you feel more like yourself, to be honest. So that's the
Yep.
yeah.
difference.
That's one thing that's good. It's like use your own name. It feels like
Yeah.
you've got like don't actually use my name like even in male. I usually use female. I've kind of gotten used to just using female MCs. I've not really had an instance or had a really feeling to use my own MC. I'm not sure why. I think it's just because I prefer the female MCs based on outfits. Also just like experimenting with different names. I've even spoke to Kat about that. Just experimenting with different names in different stories has been a thing for me.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I generally like.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah, it depends on like how you play. So that's also something because I personally like feel to like sort of connect with the main character. It's like I'm playing or I'm acting in that. Like it's like the book I'm reading. It's a show, series, or movie, and as if the main character is me acting as a person. So and I have a friend. I think choices analyst. So he said like he does not do that. He reads the books like he's watching a show. So like depending on what perspective you're choosing, so that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of perspectives, there's something I wanted to ask both of you. So I'm not sure if I actually got a chance to ask you because I think when did Surrender come out? Like late December.
Oh, I've got an idea what you're going to say, and I hope you're ready for a long explanation from me. But go
when
on.
Yeah.
when's what you said?
When did Surrender come out? I think it came out. I think did it come out late December?
Came out for who? Like
Like no, for like just in VIP in general.
November 27.
November. Right. So I don't think So I don't think I actually managed to talk about this. So what are your guys' opinions on the different perspectives? So one from the LI, one from the MC, the back and forth.
I'll let Mac go first.
No, I'll let you go first because I'm just thinking. Actually.
We're gonna be passing the pillow then. Torch then. Okay, all right. I'll go first. All kidding aside. To be honest, as this book, so like from my perspective, like as this book is not gender customizable. So like when I'm having a female main character, and if I choose a female love interest, then I'm playing from either of their perspective. So that's a little different for me. But I think to have this dual perspective, like we're seeing things from this side and things from that side, I think it's a pretty unique thing. Like in this amount in alternate chapters, it hasn't been done before in any Church's books.
Which is like,
Um, yeah,
I
like the
think about.
Crown and the Flame could be, or the detective book, that
Hmm.
one could be Most Wanted. Like something similar happened, but not in quite like this. So it's definitely something unique, and we'll have to see like whether they do it in future or not. But I liked it, but I think
I think I could change it a bit.
yeah, one chapter like this book is okay, but I don't I personally do hope that they don't actually do that. I mean,
With
there
certain
could be
books,
specific
not every
scenes.
book.
Yeah, like not every book. That should not be a trend. Like, yeah, there could be actual scenes, like some particular scene, like something happened with us, and then we took a diamond scene, and then we can see that particular scene from the love interest perspective, or maybe one particular chapter. But every alternate chapter, it kind of, like it's not that enjoyable sometimes. But like in this book, it's. I think it makes sense why they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I,
Yeah, I
I don't
think.
like it.
That's all right, mate. You go, because I want to hear what you say.
Look, that's why I wouldn't rate the Crown and the Flame higher because of that. But like, I'm not really into it because I think the descriptions confused me as well because of the descriptions what happened on the latest chapters. It's like your sister's back, and I thought because I stopped reading it, didn't I? And I got reading it again. I'm
So
like,
you kind of
my
lost track
sister.
of where it went.
Yeah, I thought, well, what? Who's our bloody sister? Then I realised, oh, it changes. And then it's to me, it's a bit confusing. But one thing I will say about it is, Pixelberry did say that it was gender locked, which is fine. And then they said you can play as the
Yeah,
love
that's fair
interest's
enough. Yeah, that's fair enough.
gender, which is fine, which is fine. But a little bit of an excuse, so you don't have to make a male main character.
Yeah, I'm not sure though. I'm not. I would like. And what I've even said to Annabelle about this is that I'd love to talk to a writer from Pixelberry. It's like get their inside views on what they do on their books because I'm genuinely intrigued, and it'd
Yeah,
be really interesting to get the inside scoop, if you know what I mean.
yeah, and get why they did stuff like that. But to be honest, yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
I'm not really a fan of it.
exactly.
I'll tell you the truth. I'm not really a fan.
I do like it because it has some good aspects. Like, so say for instance in TNA, you have a fight with Sam, and it's like you like I want to know what they're thinking.
Yeah,
I don't know,
exactly.
or if they make mistakes
What
like that. That's the one aspect I like is like you want to know what the other person's thinking when there's
Yeah,
conflict.
yeah.
Yeah, or
But
something happening. Yeah,
Like to
it's
the end
good.
of TNA 2, I would love to know what Sam's thinking now that she's seen her ex-wife. Like personally, like
Yeah,
just what she's thinking.
yeah,
Like, the conflict there, if you get
yes,
what I mean.
yeah. Certain scenes from the AI's perspective or someone else's perspective is okay, but every
but not
chapter, I don't think I would want that in every single book.
no.
Yeah, not every single book. I'd say selective books. Like the BDSM,
Select
that's a good excuse for it because there's two sides to it.
sub and dom. Yeah,
So uh, maybe maybe like an action book where the love interest is like I'm gonna kind of steal this from the not Man of Medan, the Dark Anthology story. So the House of Ashes story, that's a military story where you pair with two people from the opposite side, and you've got to maybe either put aside your differences or still be against each other. I think what if we had like a maybe not a military, but like a kind of. I mean, we've kind of got that already with Foreign Affairs, with Blaine and the MC, but something like that. That would be a good excuse for it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Also, Princess Swap will have a dual perspective, one from
Yeah, I think
our
that's
and the
kind of a
other
dual
from the
perspective. That's also a good
twin
example.
sister.
That's also a good example. So they've kind of done well on that. And also, I'm just gonna bring up the choices inside because I've forgotten off the top of my head the newest books they've announced, apart from The Cursed Heart.
Murder at
And
Homecoming.
that was it. That was it. It was a home, and obviously that's one thing we've
Immortal
not talked
Desire.
about. We have not
Immortal
talked about
Desire.
the newest books and all the newest information, especially with the new allies. That's one thing we've not talked about.
I'm really
Yeah, we
stoked
can go on to
about
that
it.
after, but yeah,
Yeah, but
that's. But I think overall
yeah,
it's a good thing, but they need to be careful with what they put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immortal Desires, Murdered Homecoming, Cursed Heart. These three books I'm looking forward to the most. I mean, they're
Immortal
amazing.
Desires feels like a Bloodbound type book, or
Yeah.
like a Lucifer
Yeah.
Devil type
Vampire
book,
book.
which I'm
It
really
is a
excited about.
vampire book. They confirmed it. It's a vampire book.
Oh,
Ah,
for another.
I mean, I'm not Oz in. I'm kind of disappointed because the way Desires put that seems more like a Devil Lucifer kind of thing. So I think they could have gone for a Devil book, but Vampires is good either way. I'm happy with it. And then of course we got Princess of Nanny Affair 3. Please be good, I beg.
Mm.
Beg. Anyway, yeah, but I
Attainable.
think those.
Laws of Attraction book too. Don't forget that.
I think that's going to be looking at the release dates here. So the latest is July. So let me just bring up a calendar real quick.
And let's hope we have a third love interest, or at least give Lena Reyes as a love interest, not just a fling. Come on, like
I mean,
there has to be.
that could develop. To be honest, like the choices you make, like 'cause obviously most choices you make, you can import to the first book, like the second book, like Bloodbound.
But then again, wouldn't they have to have an extra male love interest then to equal it out?
Oh, Tyler, we
Possibly.
have already the hot guy Tyler. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's only two hookups, isn't there? Really?
yeah,
Mm.
Is it two? Yeah.
But the Tyler
So
thing, if you rejected him once, you shouldn't be able to get a choice again. That's all I'll say about that one.
yeah, like,
But yeah.
with Lena, you know, 110%. Yeah, but
yeah,
Tyler,
Lena Reyes. I mean, I would love to have her as a love interest, and
it would definitely be
That's-
Based
interesting
on,
to have.
can I ask you basically not a passive aggressive question at all, but why?
Why what?
Based on what would Lena like she be a good love interest?
I have to, because cause like I would have said, say for instance, you're both like obviously it can be the same with Aslan and Gabe. You're both lawyers, but obviously you're at different firms, and obviously you're different departments. I guess yeah. I guess you are kind of different departments because like there's obviously different cases different lawyers do. I don't really think there's like a specialist all type one. Like they all focus on one brand. What if say for instance you're together and you have to go against each other? There's going to be conflict, personal conflict. You know, because you both have to do right by your client, but obviously, you know, you're going against your partner. Like, what kind of conflict? Like, obviously, you're on the same team in the same firm with Gabe and Aston, so that's not going to happen. But if you were with Lena, that'd be quite a interesting conflict. Like, how would that impact personal life with each other? How would that impact the future?
But we
personally
had the
for
build up
me,
with her to have that.
Yeah, so like you'd be with her, like, but
So
obviously different firms, so you both, you know, against each. You could be against each other. That's something they probably do.
but who would the male love interest be?
Probably,
Tyler.
yeah, probably Tyler. Like if they're doing if they're adding love interests, I would say bring in the hookups that they've been using.
What about Marcus then? You forgot about him?
Was he a hookup?
Yeah.
Oh, he was like a
And
one-time thing. That was a
and
one.
also,
That definitely had to be a one-time thing.
yeah, and also against Gabe. I mean, who is a confident male love interest? Ashlyn, to be honest, personally for me, it doesn't stand a chance because like Ashlyn was given so
Because
little
she is
time.
so sidelined.
Yeah, she's
Yep,
really
of
sidelined.
course.
It
And
is a bit
also,
of a joke.
she's like like all the other female love interests you have played from all the other books. Like she's a typical female love interest who is not given a lot of time. Like Lindsay, like Sloane, I think if I'm not wrong, and there are hundreds and millions of examples. So, but Lena Reyes, on the other hand, she knows what she's doing. She's confident and she has some challenge. And like, if you want to put someone against Gabe as a female love interest, I don't think anyone would be better than Lena Reyes. I mean,
So not
checks
based
all the
on
boxes.
looks at all.
Not just looks, but confident. Like can give us a challenge.
When did we see
And
this confidence from her?
Wait, from
well,
Aslan.
huh?
What from Aslan herself?
No, from Lena.
Yeah, Lena. Yeah, we did like when we were representing the anti-vaxxer, not representing, we're fighting against. So,
And she
and
was
also the gala. Like she does have confidence and flair to her, like Lena.
she's very like hot-headed. Like yeah, she's confident. Like she'll go straight into it, and
She knows
she'll
when to quit, and she knows how to like choose her battles.
yeah. But she's also
Yeah.
very head brawn, I guess. Like she'll probably go head first into something, just like in general. Like
Yeah.
like
So
she'll be
against, yeah,
look for trouble maybe. I guess you could
yeah.
say.
Like to put it this way, like she's the counterpart of Gabe. I mean, should be like that would only be fair to everyone who'd like to romance a female character, and
Mm.
specifically Lena.
Yeah, it's quite good how they do it.
Hopefully they do that. Like a fling is just it's not working out.
He's got to do it though.
Um,
Yeah, I think there'd be a lot of conflict if say for instance you two were together and you say for instance got put against each other on a case. It would be quite thrilling, but also it'd be interesting to see how you could maintain a relationship from that.
I wouldn't mind that. That would be interesting. Drama.
I think we know that because yeah.
Yeah,
So,
mismatch.
with all the books coming out and like with the inside, actually, yeah, that's for the question. Let me just get it again real quick. What do we think about the new two upcoming allies in the vampire book, which is wherever my email is? So we've got we've got Lewin Junis, I think I pronounced his name right. Who is typical vampire off it, and then we've got Astoria Yao, who is the principal.
Storia.
She's a
Yeah.
strict
I've not
principal.
even seen any pictures.
I will, in fact, send you it right now on Twitter.
Definitely Storia and
I'll
that
put it in the
guy.
Twitter chat, yeah. I'll add you back and put it in the Twitter chat.
They definitely intrigue us.
Astoria Yao has me because she's smoking hot. Let's be honest.
100.
Let's be honest. She's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
can't
But,
yeah,
but
can't
also
wait for a vampire principal.
she's very very mysterious. Like there's just a
Of course.
mysterious thing about her. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but
I hope it's something like the Vampire Diaries, but with more opportunities.
yeah, like it's interesting to see how that's something that's really intrigued me. It's like how would you move into a relationship with a really strict person? Like they've got the set guidelines. They have a set mindset. How's that gonna like? That's something that's really intriguing me. Like 'cause I don't think I've seen much instances of that where it's like it's like you meet this strict person, you bring them in, but you're trying to break this tough exterior and get to know them. It's always intrigued me. There you go, Mark. I've put it in the chat.
Right, I'll log in. I'll log in a bit. But yeah, I mean, it sounds okay. I've not seen the pictures, but I have heard some bits about it. But yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like wait, when's Immortal set to come out? May. What are we in now? We're in March,
March.
going April. Yeah, so not too long. But then, of course, we've got Cursed Heart and Crimes of Passion through April.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how those come out, though. Like, 'cause the books all look intriguing. They look really, really intriguing.
Yeah. This
So
book,
it's-
this year, compared to last 2 years in choices,
last year was a bit.
It looks intriguing. This year looks
The
intriguing.
back end of the year is where it got good, and now going into this year, it's looking strong. 'Cause of course, we've got is it Bolus 2 coming next year, as well as Ride or Die 2,
Hopefully,
as
hope
well
they
as
don't
Ride or
get.
Die 2. So it's interesting to see because I think they're actually kind of doing what we said. It's like they're making sequels for old books, like we said they should do that, and they've kind of picked up on that, which is good. Like not from us necessarily, but they have picked up that bringing back certain popular books that maybe deserve sequels or could have done with good sequels. It's interesting.
100%.
Yep.
All right. So for today, I gotta end this soon. I gotta go. But again, it was good to have you back, Brandon and Mac. Also as always, Mac, Brandon, and I had an awesome time today here with all of you. And well, I think we still have a lot to discuss about the new books that are coming and the tier list that we're completing. I think there are still a few books left that we need to talk. So that would be amazing to pick it up from here next time when we talk. And you guys stay safe. Take care. I'll see you soon.
See you
See
soon.
you soon.
Yeah. Bye. Take care.